Going on, guys? This is Revolution Ricky here in my house, in my office at Casa de Revolution. Going to do another unboxing, or should I say, an unwrapping video. I just got a delivery in the mail. This is to replace one of my older CDs, and it's to stick with the current theme I'm on. I've been replenishing my Kiss collection, and actually yesterday I was able to find all my old Kiss action figures in this box here. So I was looking at it. I'm not going to show any of them off, but I think I got the Alive ones from McFarlane Toys, and I got the ones that they were first released back about 25 years ago in this box. So I'm going to open this up. Like I said, it's one of my, just a replacement CD. And plus, I went to the record store the other day with my sister, and she bought some stickers and bought me 2 albums, which was very nice of her. But without further ado, I'm going to open this bad boy up, let you see what I got. And then I'm going to show off the records that I got the day. So here we go. I think I like more opening boxes than I do opening these wrappers. Revenge. I have this one right here, which has the signature of Eric Carr, but I'll take this CD out and let y'all see it. As you can see from this vantage point, it is all scratched up. The Kingdom Come, and it plays horrible, and I don't like that. So I bought a replacement, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cover and put it in that, so that I could have another CD that I can play, because you know this album's my favorite album by Kiss. It's got some of the best songs like Unholy, Take It Off, Tough Love, Spit, God Gave Rock and Roll to You Too, Domino, Thou Shalt Not is a good track, I Just Wanna, and the drum solo of Eric Carr, because they had dedicated this to Eric Carr, and the album was supposed to be their revenge, but around that time, hard rock and metal music was not really getting airplay much anymore, except if you would listen to grunge bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and stuff like that. So Kiss was very, very getting back to basics, and Revenge is just a phenomenal album. It's one of my favorites out of the whole catalog of the non-makeup era albums. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and replace this one, so I could just put that autograph in there and listen to it when I want to. It's just a very good album, and hopefully, someday, they'll do an anniversary, like I think next year, or in a couple years, and maybe 2027 they'll do a 35th anniversary of it, because it's a 33-year-old album. I had actually bought this on cassette back in 1992. I was in Tennessee when I bought it, and well, make a long story short, I moved to New York for a time, and I was coming back home, and all my Kiss cassettes and CDs got stolen from the bus station. So I had written Eric Singer a letter, an email saying, look, they all got stolen. I would really like to get these back autographed. Is it okay if I send you these? And he said, sure, no problem. Just add a self-addressed stamped envelope when you do. I said, okay, no problem. I'll do that. And I sent to them, and about, I don't know, 2 3 weeks later, I got them back in the mail. And he was very nice. And I had met him, and he was very nice. He had autographed my Alive 3 cassette, which I bought the replacement to. He had autographed this, which I couldn't get the cassette, so I had to buy the CD. And he had autographed MTV Unplugged and the Badlands cassette that I had, because he was in that band for about a year, because him and Ray Gillen left Black Sabbath to go do Badlands with Jake E. Lee. And I had phenomenal drummer. I saw him with Alice Cooper about 20 something years ago when I saw him. And it was just a very good concert at the casino. This I really love. I really love the Revenge Era album. I ought to just put it in a frame and just frame it and use this as my playing copy. But this was just very nice of Eric Singer to do that for me. But okay, since that was done, I'm going to go ahead and show off the records. Put this down here because I think y'all have already seen these, couple of these records, because I showed them off like last week when I bought them. But my sister was kind enough to buy me this album, and it's a 2014 reissue of the debut album by Kiss. I've been searching far and wide for the original pressing of this album, but I could never find it. I couldn't, because the original pressing of this Kiss album doesn't have Kissing Time on it. So I've been looking far and wide for it. And I think they sell it for a lot of money these days, but I really don't know. But I've been restocking and replenishing my Kiss album collection. And I'm not, this time around, it was just CDs about 20 years ago. Or 25 years ago when I was listening to CDs, and I still listen to CDs. And this was I've always wanted this one. Album's in great shape. Like I said, it's a 2014 repressing. It's got a plastic sleeve inside of it to protect the record, which I was hoping they'd have a sleeve inside, but I guess not. But teach their own. I'm looking forward. I've listened to it already. Of course, I've listened to what I brought in here of the originals, because it's got the 3 original albums. But I've been, like I said, restocking up on this. I'm really not taking too much from the Kiss albums. If I get it on CD, fine. If I get it on vinyl records, fine. I really am not making a choice, because we can play it in my house because I got a record player. But Bass is no longer with us, and we got the 3 original members. Next week they're doing a Kiss cruise on land in Las Vegas. I wish I had the money to go. I wish I could go. But, you got bills and Thanksgiving coming up, and this has always been a very good album for me. And I like it. And then I went there and got this. This one, I think I remember a couple of weeks ago I told my buddy, or a couple of videos ago, I said to my buddy that he was going to sell me this album, but unfortunately he gave it to his brother, and by the time I did get the money together, he had already done that. But this is also a 2014 repressing, but I still love the album. Creatures of the Night. Really love it. It's a return to form because, Kiss had done Music from the Elder and did Unmasked, which was kind of a pop rockish type album. Unmasked was, because they were coming off the heels of Dynasty, and they were coming off. They had just hired Eric Carr to play drums, but Creatures of the Night was just really a great album. Even though the Ace Frehley did not pay a note on it, didn't write nothing, but he did some promotional stuff with the band to fill the commitments that he already signed up for. But it's got all the classic ones. Creatures of the Night, Rock and Roll Hell, I Love It Loud. I Still Love You. War Machine's a great one, and they got the dedication to Neil Bogart. They a couple years ago they had the Spinning Gold movie, which he was based on his tenure in Casablanca Records, and they had a group made up, looked like Kiss, but different makeup. I guess they couldn't get the licensing, but it's just still a good movie. It's got some great music. Casablanca being the place where Kiss was part, and Donna Summer, the Village People. It was very much a really good disco album, disco label, but Kiss managed to stay there, and it's got the lyric sheet. Wish they would have had a poster, because I would have really loved to have had this on my wall. But you know what? I probably can just frame it, put it up there, because I got it on CD too. But I've always loved Creatures of the Night. Even though Ace didn't play on it, but Vincent Crusano, who is known as Vinnie Vincent, he plays on the album. He's a great guitar player. I had his Vinnie Vincent Invasion debut album on vinyl. It's around here somewhere. I had really wanted to get all his albums, but I had wrote him a letter around the time the album All Systems Go was coming out, and Mark Slaughter was singing on it. And I like Mark Slaughter. I don't know what goes on with him and why he thinks Mark can't sing, and that's a bunch of malarkey. Because I've seen Slaughter a couple of times in concert, and they were great. I've actually met the guys. I met Mark. I met Dana. Told them both I was fans of them when they were in Vinnie Vincent, and Tim Kelly. I think this was a year before Tim Kelly died, and they were on I think the Fear No Evil or Revolution tour. I can't remember. It was one of those tours, but they were playing a small club in Mobile, and I went and saw them with a friend of mine, and we just had a great time. And the tickets were relatively cheap, and I saw a friend of mine there. But I've always loved, like I said, I'm trying to replenish my Kiss albums, and I'm not, this time around, I'm not, whether it's CD or vinyl, I'm not really caring, because it's still the same. I mean, if I get them on vinyl, great. If I get them on CD, great. I mean, CDs are a lot cheaper because of the record. I mean, like this one right here was only like, that's the wrong one. That's the autographed version. It was only like maybe $12, and it's factory sealed. So what I'm going to do is either just play this and frame this, because I got a couple out. I do have some albums up on my wall that's framed. Like I got Lita Ford's Lita album that she personally autographed to me, because I met her a few years back. Very nice lady. And I met Lou Diamond Phillips, who played Richie Valens, Sam J. Jones, who played Flash Gordon, and I met Michael Pare, who played Eddie Wilson in Eddie and the Cruisers. I've got 4 autographed albums that I should hang up on my wall. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here real quick and show you all what I got this week. I'm probably going to take a couple weeks off since Thanksgiving is coming around and, Christmas is right around the corner. Got to save some money and buy the missus and my nephew and my sister some Christmas presents. I just wanted to come on here and show you what I got. And, well, I guess that about wraps it up for me. Well, you know, this is Revolution Ricky signing off. Keep spinning that vinyl and those CDs. And I'll see y'all in the next video. If I don't make one before then, y'all have a very happy Thanksgiving. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.